Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Anizi with What If Naruto Had the Jogan and the Karma Seal Part 3. So, let's get started. Naruto stared at Itachi as Itachi threw a rock. As soon as it landed, both Naruto and Itachi rushed at each other. Both had their respective dojutsus activated. For Naruto it was the Jogan and Itachi it was the Mangekyo Sharingan. Itachi, being older, landed the first punch, who quickly blocked in response to Naruto kicking him. Naruto then punched Itachi in the stomach, making him spit blood, sending him flying away as Naruto did hand signs. Wind style, wind ball jutsu, Naruto said as a wind ball hit Itachi. Amaterasu, Itachi said, but eventually the flames couldn't even reach its targets as Naruto said spatial veil, creating an infinite distance away from Tsukuyomi, from Amaterasu and Naruto. Tsukuyomi, Itachi said, but Naruto quickly managed to get behind Itachi before he could look into Naruto's eyes and punch Itachi, sending him flying into a tree as Itachi fell down as Naruto looked at Itachi once again. Looks like I win again, Itachi-sensei, Naruto said as Itachi rubbed his head from the bump that was there. Guess you do, Naruto, Itachi said as Naruto was about to leave, but Itachi put his hand on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto turned around. Oh, is there anything else, Itachi-sensei? Naruto said as Itachi smiled. These past months, Naruto and him had bonded. He was way more of a brother than Sasuke was. Sasuke aimed to kill him. Itachi knew that, even though Sasuke tried to hide it, because Sasuke wanted the clan head position. Yeah, here, Naruto, Itachi said as he pulled out a slip. The training exam slip. I thought I couldn't enter because I don't have a team and I need a field assessment, Naruto said, remembering how Minato told him he wouldn't be participating in the exams, but Naruto knew what it was. It's because Minato feared that his precious child of prophecies would be shown up by him. That was before, but now the Fire Daimyo intervened when Lord Third told him that you wouldn't be participating when he asked. Because of something such minor as not having a team, the Fire Daimyo changed it so like 1, 2 and 3 squad shinobi can enter, said Itachi, as Naruto smiled. Well then, I will enter, Naruto said, as Itachi nodded. Time skip, the day of the training exams. Naruto was now seen walking into school. This was where the training exams candidate would meet up. Naruto saw Sasuke foolishly reveal genjutsu, allowing weaklings who don't know about it get in the exam. He then saw something that was really sweet. First, it was Lee beat the shit out of Sasuke, and then it was Memma as he tried to woo his sister, Mito, who looked disgusted. As Naruto smiled as he saw Mito feel uncomfortable, as he proceeded to make his way to the exams. Eventually, Memma and Sasuke and Mito made it to the exam hall. It seemed like Sakura was kicked out of their team. He remembered Itachi ranting about how Minato tried to put that pink-haired slot on his team for the 2 exams, but Itachi never allowed it, saying that Naruto did not need any teammates. Naruto remembered beating the shit out of her when she came and demanded that he accept her on his team so that she could show off to her Sasuke-kun and get him away from the witch Mito. Naruto laughed. He didn't like his sister, but having that whore on his team, never. As he proceeded to beat the shit out of her, throwing her in a pile of dog shit, where Naruto remembers telling her that, Sakura, you blended in with your natural element. Shit, Naruto said as Naruto laughed. Naruto heard his pathetic siblings and ex-classmate talk, gathering the attention of Orochimaru's servant, Kabuto. That's right, Naruto knew. But why would Naruto tell the village? After all, he didn't like the village. As they discussed about Kabuto, and then Kabuto said he had some cards that had information, then something infuriating happened. Memma asked, Naruto, Uzumaki, give me information on him, Kabuto, Memma said as Naruto's fists twitched. His idiot of a brother was going to make him a target, and what was worth, Memma didn't even know what he was doing. Apparently, he beat up Memma so much that the boy now stalked him. Oh, Naruto, Uzumaki, he's your brother, isn't he, Kabuto said as Memma scowled. Whoa, it seems he has a bingo book entry. Naruto Uzumaki, the Moon Eye, rank Genin. But don't let that fool you. He is bingo book entry 5321. He's a A-rank ninja shinobi. What's he doing taking this exam? Kabuto said as the other ninja villagers started to listen in. Notable kills, Zabuza of the Mist, Haku, Gato, bandits, and some C-rank ninjas. Yeah, this man, you don't want to mess with him, Menma, Kabuto said, as Naruto looked around after Kabuto said that he saw everybody looking at him. Before Naruto smiled, sending killing intent, making everybody fool. Just you wait, loser, I'm gonna beat you, Menma yelled. I'm gonna take back the Uzumaki clan inheritance, Mito said as Naruto smirked at her, before turning away, making her, Sasuke, and Kiba get pissed. Hey, how dare you ignore Mito-chan? Kiba yelled, only to be ignored. Are you ignoring me? An Inuzuka clan? Kiba said as Naruto just continued ignoring him. Hey yo, dope, apologize to Mito now, Sasuke said as Naruto ignored him. How dare you ignore me? I'm the Uchiha elite. You will respond to me when I speak to you, lowly peasant, Sasuke said, when suddenly a boom was heard. Quiet down or you'll be kicked out, especially you, Mr. Uzumaki. Stop disrupting the class. I've heard of your behavior, Ibuki said as Naruto ignored him, making Ibuki get pissed. Well, a few hours had passed since the test went on and Naruto was now standing in front of the forest. He had passed his test by using his Jogan's Bakugan-like vision. Naruto was now walking in the forest with his scroll when he heard Fire Star, Fireball Jutsu. Naruto jumped up, avoiding a jutsu, but then he saw a white blur coming towards him as he punched the white blur, sending it into a tree. As he saw, it revealed to be Akamaru with his head cracked open as it died. Akamaru, you're dead, Kiba yelled as he rushed at Naruto, who avoided him. When Naruto tripped Kiba over, Sasuke, Menma, Mito, and Hinata and also Shino fell next to him. An ambush. I see you guys grew brains, but it's not like you're intelligent. If you think that having more trash will make a difference, well, you're sadly mistaken, Naruto said. Shut up, Naruto. I'll kill you and take back my clan right, but I'll give you one chance. My boys Sasuke and Kiba will let you go if you return to me the clan right and give me your jutsus and be my slave, Mito said. Hey Mito, I want him to be Namikaze clan slave, Menma yelled, as Naruto got mad as the two started arguing. No, he's my slave. No, he's mine, they said as they treated him like a dog to have some sort of ownership over. Naruto's eyes activated as Naruto looked them down. Within seconds, the team was knocked out as Naruto didn't even have the patience to deal with their foolishness. He just grabbed their scrolls and left. Unknown to Naruto, a certain snake looked at the body of Sasuke with his lips licked as he went and gave a hiki to Sasuke after Naruto left. Naruto had arrived at the tower. It had been 5 minutes past since the exam started. He had destroyed Namikaze Minato's record. He was greeted by Itachi when he opened the scroll, who led him into the tower. Naruto heard angry stomps as he saw Jiraiya, Minato, Krishna, and Tsunade. How dare you get here before our precious child of prophecies? Krishna yelled. I don't care. I'm better than them. And that delusional prophecy you losers believe, Naruto says. You dare think you could beat Menma and Mito? Jiraiya said. I dare think that cause I did. I left them knocked out in the forest. Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows, maybe the enemies might ambush them and kill them, Naruto said with bloodlust and a smile on his face. Naruto felt their angers increase as the chakra and bloodlust started to surround him. You're telling me, Naruto, you left your siblings, your own brother and sister out there, alone? Minato said with disappointment. Naruto nods as they were his enemies. They were my enemies, their father, and I left them like the animals they are. Who knows if they'll survive? Maybe they get lucky, and maybe some nice shinobi will help them, Naruto said mockingly. How dare you, Tsunade says, going in for a punch as Naruto quickly activated his dojutsu and spatial veil came, make infinite amount of distance around her and him, make it so the punch never connected. You better hope they survive, Minato said, warning Naruto as Naruto smirked. I'm not afraid of you, Hokage, Naruto said as he walked to Itachi and Hiruzen. Congratulations on passing, and for beating Minato and Itachi's record, Hiruzen said to Naruto. Well, it wasn't that hard. I had the prey come to me, Naruto said, snickering. By which you mean my dear brother, Menma, Mito, and their friends, right? Itachi said as Naruto nodded. 5 days later, Kakashi came into Naruto's room and tried to grip Naruto, only for Naruto to snap Kakashi's arm as Itachi came running in, as he saw Kakashi rushing at Naruto, and he had seen Naruto have a knife at Kakashi's neck. Kakashi Hatake, what are you doing in my student's room? Are you sabotaging Naruto? I knew Jiraiya Krishna, Snadi, and Minato were stupid, but not this stupid, Itachi said. It wasn't Seise's idea. The monster beat up my team and left them. He left his own brother and sister, my student, Obito's legacy, right for the taking. And Orochimaru took the chance and bit Sasuke. Your own brother has the curse seal, and you're protecting the guy who allowed Orochimaru to give it? Kakashi yelled, making Itachi's eyes widen, and looked at Naruto before he remembered how Sasuke ruined their brotherly bond by attacking Izumi, who was Itachi's fiancée, who was attacked by Sasuke to weaken Itachi so that he could beat Itachi and become the next clan head. Sasuke tried to use such underhanded tactics. It was that day after that Itachi saw the true Sasuke, the true evil he was, the child who throws tantrums because daddy doesn't give him some attention. My student had nothing to do with that. He beat your team and left him alive. It's not his fault, Orochimaru, who shouldn't have been there, because your shitty sensei and his shitty sensei couldn't defeat the man. So, back off, Kakashi, now, Itachi says as his Mangekyo Sharingan activated. Itachi made Kakashi back up in fear. Itachi, I know he attacked Izumi, but are you seriously abandoning your brother for your student? You're worse than scum, Kakashi says. Funny you say that, Kakashi. Your sensei abandoned me for some drunk old fat toad's prophecy, Naruto said. No dry up. Kakashi was cut off. A bullshit, Kakashi. None of the words of that fat toad ever came true, Naruto says. As he walked away, there was then a knock on the room. Get in, Naruto. You're required to come to the stage for the next part, said the Chunin, who gave a glare to him. Oh, Itachi, let's go, Naruto said as Itachi nodded before punching Kakashi in the face. As both he and Naruto walked into the stadium area to see glares from Konoha Nin and Minato, as Minato stepped up. Since there are so many contestants left, we have decided to do a fight to eliminate the losers, to have 6 spots filled, Minato says, glaring at Naruto. Naruto watched as Memma beat Kiba, Mito beat some random shinobi. Naruto looked at the screen as he saw Rock Lee, the boy who beat Sasuke and Memma earlier, appear. The next name that appeared got Naruto happy. He jumped down. It was his name. So, I fight the demon. I shall put the full Hokage's disgrace of a demon down. The power of youth. And then Lady Mito will have my child, Lee says as Naruto stayed silent. Are you scared of my power of youth? Fourth Hokage's disgrace, Lee said as Mito laughed, along with the rest of the Konoha rookies, making Lee blush as Mito laughed at his joke. I'm not scared of you. But who isn't? Gigi told me not to speak to crazy people, Naruto says as the rest of the villagers went like, ooh, that one there was a violation. Enough. Start, Minato yelled, sick of seeing Naruto not be put down to his place. Rock Lee rushed at Naruto. Naruto's eyes shined as his eye patch gave a little glow as the jogan activated. Lee couldn't see it and went for a punch but couldn't hit Naruto, who kicked Lee away. Lee then barely managed to survive because Naruto kicked him with Chunin level strength. It was like a little tap, as Naruto knew that his spatial veil technique from his eye, the jogan, which created infinite space between him and wherever he wanted, was Lee's kryptonite, as a taijutsu person would never be able to touch him, no matter what he did. That's it, you disgrace. Behold the power of youth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, gate, open, Lee yelled as he rushed at Naruto, who just stood there, as his spatial veil technique didn't allow Lee to connect with him, as Naruto then kicks Lee's head clean off, sending him flying at Mito, who was dozed in his blood. Guy screamed as Naruto looked at Guy, and then his eyes shined as Guy fell asleep. Naruto then looks at Mito and Memma. That is the fate of all who you love or care about you, Naruto says as he walked out. The proctor declared him the winner, as the Konoha rookie senseis were in shock. Itachi was in shock. Naruto, you should have killed him, Naruto then said that. He was my enemy, Itachi. I did what I had to. Naruto then walked towards Itachi. I had to send a message, Itachi. I'm done with people calling me the disgrace, demon, or whatever they call me, just because I took what I deserved, my inheritance from Krishna and Minato, Naruto said. Minato snapped out of shock, along with his senseis, his wife and her sensei. Sensei, I think we pushed him too far. He is killed again for disrespecting him. Minato said. Surely we can reprimand him and get Mito her inheritance back for this, Tsunade said. No, all deaths are considered accidents. It's what Mama Mito would have used when trying to eliminate Naruto in the forest, Minato said. After everybody got over their shocks, the rookies who were especially frightened, since especially Mito who had these blood all over her and that he had fought for her and only to die, she swore that she would get a vengeance on Naruto and avenge Lee. She didn't like Lee, she liked Sasuke, but Lee fought for her and as a kunoichi she would avenge him. As Minato then stepped up, after that blood show by my son, Minato says, giving Naruto a glare, we have decided that we will take a month's break. Now we should randomly select the next round matchup. The first is Naruto vs Neji. When that was announced, Naruto looked at Neji, who looked at him with anger. He planned to avenge Lee, but Naruto never cared. The second is Sasuke vs Gaara. Sasuke looked at Gaara. He was strong. He will be the stepping stone. When Sasuke beats the Kazukage's son, surely his father would give him the clan head title. Third, Menma vs Mito. Both looked shocked as they both smirked. Only one of them would advance and be closer to fulfilling their dream of being Hokage. The fourth will be Temari vs Shikamaru, said the troublesome, saying Shinobi made a grunt sound saying troublesome as Temari got a tick mark. Ryukudeni vs Kurosachi is the fifth round. And the sixth round, well, there is no sixth round cause the other two were knocked out by themselves, both knocked each other out. Naruto then left before Minato could stop him and reprimand him to train. He told Itachi he was leaving the village, so opened up a rift and left as soon as Minato said dismissed. He didn't care about answering Minato's questions about killing Lee. Outside on the moon, two figures were seen. So this is where Kaguya went missing, and it seems her chakra is divided up between those humans. Well, we'll rip it out of them and those tail beasts. It seems they split the 10 tails and put it in hosts, human hosts. Kaguya failed. Isn't that right, Momoshiki-sama, a figure said. You're right, Kinshiki. Let's crash this tuning exam event and steal those tail beasts. But be aware of that boy. He possesses that eye, Momoshiki says as his Bakugan zooms in on planet Earth straight to Naruto, who was seen using his jogan practicing his abilities. As Kinshiki said, yes sir. A month had passed since the tuning exams, round 2 had happened. Naruto was now in a stadium, waiting for his name to be called, as he was the first fight with Neji. The Raikage, Tsuchikage, was sitting in the Kage booth, hoping to see the shinobi humiliate the leaf. The new Mizu Kage, Mai Terumi, was also present, here to scout out potential enemies and also try to poach shinobi who would like to defect with her beauty. Minato then stepped up the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tuning exams. As you know, the tuning exam, boom! Minato was cut off by an explosion. Nice speech, human, but I'll take it from here. You there, host of the Tail Beast, you are to surrender the beast to me, or fear my wrath. I'll fix what my clansman, Kaguya Otsustuki couldn't, and turn this world into the host of the divine tree. You all will be sacrificed for the greatness of the Otsustuki clan, Momoshiki says. As he said this, he made a giant black ball of chakra and fired at the village, destroying half of it, as the rest of the Kages dropped down next to Hokage. Minato, while we don't see eye to eye, this guy, he's a threat. Have you seen his chakra? We'll fight with you to protect our Jinchurikis, he said, as the Kages agreed, before Minato was shot in the back by a wind-style Winjutsu. As Orochimaru revealed himself, he gave the order and the Sound Village attacked. Oh my, it seems your own kind, a human mongrel, is helping me, maggot. He's creating a distraction. Well, he'll be useful. At least he knows he's gonna die and is helping me, Kinshiki said, laughing as Momoshiki laughed with him. These humans are lowly creatures, my servant. Humans fight each other for no goddamn good reason, Momoshiki said mockingly. Are you mocking me? Minato said as he threw a flying Raijin kunai at Momoshiki with the Rasengan, only for Momoshiki's Rinnegan hand to absorb the Rasengan. The Raikage, seeing his chance, speed through with his lightning armor engaged, only to find the lightning absorbed and then punched right into Minato. Onaki and Mai shot particle style and steam style at Momoshiki, only for Shinra Tensei to blow the particle style away, sending it at some of the shinobi that was fighting. Orochimaru, seeing the Rinnegan, wanted it and joined the Kages in help as Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Krishna joined in to help Minato. Naruto and Itachi made their way to Kinshiki. Both had their dojutsus activated. As they rushed at Kinshiki, Kinshiki was hit by Itachi, who had kicked him, and then he tried to hit Naruto, but Naruto's spatial veil made it so that Naruto couldn't be touched since he was infinite distance away. So that's the power of the Jogan, one of its abilities, Kinshiki said as he laughed. Before Naruto could respond, he felt a punch. Naruto was shocked. He had never been punched when he had his spatial veil activated. He was sent flying back. Your ability is interesting, but all otsustukis can teleport. That means that we can instantly travel infinite space, he said as Naruto and Kinshiki started sparring. Well, not sparring, they started having a taijutsu battle with Itachi helping Naruto. Eventually, both Naruto and Itachi was exhausted. Naruto was pretty up a better fight than Itachi because he had a 6th pass level boost from his Jogan. He could keep up with the Otsustuki, but his body couldn't keep up with the power. It was still a 12-year-old's body. He fainted from overuse as Itachi was knocked out. Back with momoshiki, he had beaten the 4 Kage, Orochimaru, Krishna, and Jiraiya, Tsunade, Hiruzen, who had just joined in, when suddenly 2 glows were seen. A gold and purple glow was seen. The first one had a purple glow. When Naruto saw it was Itachi, who revealed himself to have the Rinnegan and the moon sign on his hand, and the second was Naruto, who had 9 black orbs around him and a staff, as he had senjutsu. Since when did Naruto have senjutsu? And what is this senjutsu that's higher than me, than I ever possessed? And his chakra, it surpasses the 9 tails. Could it be Memamito, or not the child of prophecy? No, I refuse to believe it. It can't be Naruto. He's evil. He tried to destroy our village, Minato said, forgetting all about the plan that Jiraiya did when Naruto was born. The other Kages and the Sanin and Krishna also stared as they saw Momoshiki and Kinshiki walk up to Naruto and Itachi. So, you're both the reincarnations of Kaguya Otsustuki's grandchildren. Well then, let the battle of Otsutsuki vs reincarnated Otsustuki begin. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.